Welcome back to Keep It Good. I'm your host, Emily.
And I'm your host, Carly. So lately, we found that when we get together in the beginning of our sessions, we're both coming down from these chaotic weekends or stress with the kids, and we're just like kind of in a little funk. And it seems like every time that when the session is done and we're done with our day of meeting up, we are both just full of life again, full of, gratitude, happiness, joy, like all these things. You're magic, like
Yeah.
being together. It's like, I don't know. It's hard to put into words, but I mean, the only word that would fit would be like the ultimate hype girl, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And just the whole infectious feeling of being around a hype girl. It's like, whoa, like we all need it. We just need a huge dose of that inspiration, that motivation, that positivity. And like when you don't feel like you're doing your best or whatever, you have that person in your corner that's just like, girl, get up. Like, what are you doing? Did you forget who you were? Did you forget what you've accomplished? Like, you're amazing, all the things. So today we're talking about Hype Girl because I just think it's like the best dose of any prescription you could ever get in this world
Yes.
right now,
I
right?
love it. I love it.
So what's a Hype Girl, Em?
So it's all that you said and more, but basically, it's someone who is going to celebrate your success, give you encouragement, praise, support you, um, boost your confidence, your cheerleader, your own personal cheerleader. Whether you need it or you don't need it, it's like you said, it's magic when it happens. And we do meet earlier in the week. So, like, yes, we are busy. Life is crazy, but we need that support from one another. And when we leave, I feel like I can run a marathon. My energy's back up, everything feels good.
Yeah, well said. I mean, there is like a fine line, don't you feel, with like the genuine hype and like the fake flattery? Do you
Yeah.
sense that when you hear it?
I I feel like compliments are hard for me to take, or I'm just not aware of like the fake flattery, but I think that people can be passive aggressive in how they're speaking to you sometimes. That doesn't sound right.
No, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It is a kind of a passive aggressive, or I don't know, like I think my bullshit meter these days are just like, I mean, you can't get one past me, like I don't know. I don't know why, but like I sense it sometimes, and there's definitely like you can definitely feel genuine support versus like good for you. Like the words might seem nice, but
Mhm.
you can feel that there's no real backup to that, like you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, thank you. And I'm kind of I've been catching myself these past couple years. Like my biggest thing is, I used to be envious a lot. And I think envious is just like poison. And there's no reason for it. Like we said in the self love, we're all individual. What I contribute is so much different than what you contribute. We all put in a little bit of difference of opinion, of perspective into this world. So, really, why am I envious? Or why do I have jealousy? Jealousy is like the thief of joy,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
Yeah, well, when you're going through a difficult time too, I think it can be hard maybe to be a hype girl for somebody else because you're just feeling
true.
down and out, but that's when you also need the hype girl. Whether
Yeah.
it's yourself being your own hype girl or you need a little boost. You need to be surrounded by people who do that for you.
Yeah.
We all need a little pick me up sometimes. And it's hard if you're going through a hard time, but everything else seems to be falling in place for other people.
Absolutely. We all have those days when we're just like down and out and you can't even get out of your own way. And you're just like, I just want to take a nap and forget about the world. And like, you just keep hearing wins for everybody else. And you're like, well, when is it going to be? But that's when I think you have to kind of think about what you are putting out into this world, into this atmosphere, into the universe.
Mhm.
Because, you think about karma a lot and like what goes around comes around. But are you gossiping about others behind their back? Are you talking down about anybody behind their back? Like, that's still karma. That's still a negative energy that you are pushing out into the universe. And So maybe those wins aren't coming because you're kind of diminishing other people's wins, you know?
All of this comes full circle, like the universe and putting out what you want and, this it's full circle. It's a full circle moment. I mean, also, I think there's a point where it's like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it either,
Yeah.
because then that can feel flat.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like bringing it back to the first episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to go above and beyond. If you're not feeling it, don't be fake because
Right.
that's also fake energy that you're putting out. Keep it short and sweet. But like also jealousy too. It's like you're jealous of their outcome, right? If somebody's succeeding, you're jealous of where they're at, but you have no idea the struggles and the hard work and the sleepless nights and the sacrifices they made to get there. So like Eh, would you have done the same? Like
Mm.
you're jealous of the output, but not the input, you know? I mean, they work their ass off or whatever the case may be. Like, don't just see the end result and think it came so easily. I think that stems from some people's jealousy is like, oh, everything's so easy for them. No, they didn't probably show you everything that they went through to get to where they're at now, you know?
Yeah, well, there's you can be supportive too and be a hype girl if someone's going through a rough time or they're not, you know? I feel like most of us think of those friends or those people in our world that will hype us up when we're kind of low,
Mhm.
right? And maybe when we're in a good mood and in a great space, it's like that just kind of comes easier. People are going to be like, "Oh my god, congratulations. Wow, I can't believe you did that. That's amazing." Or whatever it is. You're already at that high level, so maybe you don't even realize that you're getting hyped up a little bit. And we're not
Yeah.
talking like to boost like praising the narcissist in the world. That's not necessarily what we're talking about either.
Right. No, it's so there's this word, right, in Buddhist like philosophy called mudita, and I
Ooh,
love it.
it's a
It's
cool
like,
word to say.
yeah, mudita.
Mudita.
And it's all about like opening space for yourself by being genuinely happy for others' success. And it kind of got me thinking, like, with the whole, like, what you put out is what you get back. It's not going to work if you're like, oh my God, good job. Like, this is so great for you. I'm so happy. And then you turn around and talk shit about them behind their back to your friend because you're secretly wanting to feel better about yourself.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you put out a fake compliment and then you're putting out gossip. Like, it's more about talking someone up versus talking someone down. And the more you put out that good energy, it will come back to you. It all goes back to like, you just never know what someone is going through behind closed doors. So, like, there's nothing wrong with making them feel good. You like to feel good and you like hearing good things about yourself, right? But if you can't express that to people, then how are you going to ever get that in return? You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
And yeah, it is hard to take a compliment at times, but you should be careful with your words too, because what you say about yourself is what you're putting out there, you know? So,
Mhm.
like, if someone says, oh my God, your hair looks so good. And you're like, oh God, it's so gross. And like, ugh, don't even,
Yeah.
you get all like weird. No, you're still putting that, like, you're still putting that out there. So that's what you're like asking the universe
Then
for.
tomorrow your hair's gonna look like shit.
Yeah, it's like be very mindful of the words you speak to yourself and to others and about others because I really feel like there's a connection there
There's
about
got to be.
there has to be,
Yeah,
right?
there
Like,
definitely is. Like, I can think on I am surrounded by hype girls, which is amazing. Like, whether I'm low or I'm, like, flying high. I am, and I'm so grateful for that. But, like, you have to think, like, who are you gonna call if you need, like, a little you don't even have to think about, like, a hype, like a pep talk. Who are do you have someone
yeah,
like that? Like, that you're gonna call, whether you're in, like, a rut or you're like, "What did I do with the situation? Like, I have 2 good things happening. Which one do I pick?" Or like, you
yeah.
have these people in your world. I'm sure you have at least one, whether it's your partner, aunt, coworker, or whatever, that you're gonna call, like, I think everybody, even whether you're paying attention to it or not, you do have somebody. Like, you do have that hype person.
Oh, yeah. And if you don't, you better start making yourself your own hype girl
Mhm.
because no one knows you better than yourself.
Yep.
No one knows how hard you work to get what you got, any accomplishment, anything, even just to wake up. Like, be your own fucking hype girl,
Mhm.
you know? Be your own inspiration because no one can pull you out of bed. No one can pull you to the gym. Whatever is your passion, whatever it is that excites you, no one can do it except for you. And the only way for you to do it is to get out of your ego and just do it and praise yourself. You don't have to boast about it on social media or whatever. Just silently praise yourself inside,
Do it
like
quiet.
do it quiet or do it in the mirror.
That. What's the movie? Oh my gosh, I can't think.
The help,
Where
right?
she's telling The Help, yeah. I love that when she's telling the little
Yeah.
girl. But, like, that plays into too, like, being a hype girl for your family, your partner, your kids. Like, I
Kids.
know I've gone
Yeah.
through this with my kids, like, I feel like I'm always, like, yelling or telling them, "Nope, that's wrong, don't do that, do that," you know? And it's like, even though we have to tell them when something's not right and kind of redirect, we also should be praising them on what they do right.
Yeah. Good choices.
Yeah, like, this is, like, 2 years ago, I was having a hard time, and my mother-in-law was so helpful because she was in, the education field, and so she had given me some really good tips, and she's like, "Just as much as you're, trying to fix some issues that you have, you also need to praise them when they're doing things good." Like, if
Hmm.
they're only hearing, like, "No, no, 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 no," you know, they do a lot of good too, and they need to hear that as well, and it's essentially being your hype girl for your kiddos,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think that that's so important too. They need to hear the good that they do as well. This isn't just for, like, your besties.
No, it could be your mom, it could be your aunt, it could be sister in law, brother,
Whatever.
coach, teacher. It
Mhm.
literally could spread apart like your whole entire being. Like you can hype up anyone, you can hype up strangers. I
Yeah.
love just seeing someone and be like, oh my God, I love your dress. And it's genuine. I'm not going to just say it just to say it and be the weirdo that comes up to you. Like, if I like
Pick a
it,
random person at the park.
yeah, right. Like, I love seeing, like, pregnant girls, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're adorable," and their eyes light up, and maybe that day that mom to be felt miserable, just like one of those slumpy pregnant days, and your little compliment or your little boost of motivation just makes her day, and then maybe she'll, pass it on to the next person
Mhm.
because now she's filled with this little light in her of, just positivity. I feel like let's start this torch of lighting people up. I feel like we're so quick to just be like, oh, she's like really full of herself. She needs to come back down. No, I think everybody should feel good about themselves. Why not? The world
Yeah.
is big enough for everyone to win. And if we get in the mentality of that, yeah, imagine the world we'd live in, where everyone is positive and just spreading that light. Let's be the light for the person who looks a little bit in the dark.
Yeah. Well, confidence is contagious, I think, too. So, if you can be a little extra or, make somebody smile, like, tell a joke, be a little more fun and, like, lighten the mood, everyone's gonna have a good time around you too.
Absolutely. That goes for anything. If like being at work, right? And everyone's just like, I don't want to be here. I'm so tired and like da da da. And they just complain all day. Well, yeah, that's not nice to be next to. But if you just come in and you're like, nope, today's gonna be a great day, everybody. Like just hype up the vibe.
Yeah.
Who wants to be at work? I don't really think anyone, unless you have an awesome job and you're like living your dream, then awesome. Good for you. I aspire for that. But hardly ever am I like, yes, I can't wait to like fucking wipe ass today. I'm so excited.
Change
you
that
know, like,
catheter. Yeah.
yes, let me put in that Foley. I can't wait. No, not the case. But you make the best of it and you have fun with your people around you. And if you notice a good catch, like just tell a person, like, good job. That was awesome. Like,
Right.
wow. It's the little things that really just add up somebody's personality and And it could make or break someone's day, believe it or not. If maybe they haven't heard one nice thing about themselves in weeks, and you're that one person that's like, hey, I read that email. Like, great ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never thought of it that way. You're so inspiring. Maybe
Right.
they needed to hear that, you know?
What are some what are some things, like, that you would do to hype yourself? Like, I this weekend was just a blob on the couch. It was the weather, it was a stressful couple weeks and busy, 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 on the go, and we got to, like, kinda chill, and man, did I do that. Like, but I needed to get that boost kind of back. I needed to get myself off of the couch yesterday, and I needed to
Yeah.
be my own hype girl. So, like, what are some things you would do to get yourself out of a funk or give yourself a little motivation?
I typically head towards the woods
Mhm.
if it's a nice day. I mean, the woods transform me, hiking, everything. It just gets you. I don't know. I just love hiking and walking and doing all that. But say it's a rainy day and I can't, like, I force myself to clean and I will put on, Forrest Gump soundtrack or something that's just like, "Brr," gets me fucking going. And I feel when I, like when I'm productive, even if I just accomplish, like, cleaning up my vanity, and, like, making it look nice, just that alone will kind of add a little bit, like, in a good way. I'll be like, "Okay, well, at least the bathroom looks good," and, like, little things, but I
Yeah.
think music has a big, because if I'm doing it by myself with no music, I'm kinda like, eh, kind of too much in my thoughts at that point,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah, music is huge for me too. I mean, I love Forrest Gump and all that, but I am definitely like a 2000s hip hop. I need to bring it back, bring it back. But, yeah, that hypes me up. I think we do a lot more hype for ourselves than we, like, realize,
Mhm.
you know? Like, exercise obviously is huge. It boosts so much, including your energy, and,
Yeah.
even if it is something chill and it's more yoga, or do you need to go for a run or do a hit workout or something? But I also love listening to podcasts. Sometimes if I'm in a funk or just feeling tired or whatever, a podcast will kinda get me out of it. Like, I'll listen to something about health or longevity or something that's I like, to hear about, and I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, okay, let me do that for myself today. Let me do that for my family. Let me, do this to keep us healthy and going," and it
Mhm.
just kinda moves the needle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I call one of you lovely ladies that I get to call my friends, like, "I need help."
Yeah, I think, like, when I'm at an all-time low, I'll call my sister,
Mhm.
and she just talks me out of anything,
That's
And
awesome.
sometimes she doesn't even have to talk, she just listens and agrees, and she just, like, she's just got my back. She's my ride or die forever.
That's another word, ride or die.
Yeah, you're
Ride
ride
or
or
die is
die. I
a hype
mean,
girl. Yeah, same thing.
yeah, and sometimes it's okay. Like, you took that nap and you just, I mean, sometimes there is no talking yourself out of it, It's
For
like
sure.
you kinda have to just sit in your feelings and let it digest and go through. You can't hide from everything. You can't mask every feeling every single time. It's good to feel things, but I've gotten into the habit of kind of going through my slump. It's usually around that special time of the month, and I'll sit with it and I'll be like, okay, like, this is just the hormones. This is my period's coming any day. And I kind of just accept it and I, name it for what it is. And then I alchemize it. And that's like a whole other topic, I feel like, is alchemizing your pain and turning it into power. It's like, I don't know, maybe we'll get into that a whole other
Ooh,
episode,
okay.
but it's cool. Like being your own alchemist and, just using it for purpose instead of just like, getting pulled. Don't let it pull you all the way down. Like, you can go down a little bit, but don't go down that slide because there's no way up. It's like
Yeah.
hardly ever can you once you're down there. But yeah, another thing is too, like, bubble poppers.
Mm.
It's like pimple popper, but
Pimple
it's a
popper?
bubble popper. And those are the people where, like, you're just so excited, like, "Oh my god, I have this new idea." I typically have a lot of weird ideas, And,
I love your
you
ideas.
know, thanks. You're my hype girl, so I can always trust you. But there are people who are my bubble poppers. It's like when I'm feeling good and I have like a new idea, a new project going on, and I finally get the courage to share about it, and then they just like, nope, nope, not realistic. Like, why? What did that bring you joy to just instead of adding a sparkle to my eye, you just totally sucked it out, you know? I fucking hate people like that.
Well, also, they don't know. They don't know
Yeah,
if it's gonna work or whatever, you know? It's terrible.
right. Like I just they're just so Debbie Downers. Like, get
Mhm.
out of here then. Don't talk to me.
I call them
Like,
Eeyore, like, "Wah, wah," you know?
oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're so pessimistic. I mean, anything is possible in this life. We're literally flying around this galaxy. And yet you're going to tell me that, like, oh, my one little idea, it's like not really that out of the box is never going to make it. Like, what? Okay. All right. We'll go back to your life and I'm going to go back to mine. But that's one vow that I made to myself is I am never going to pop someone's bubble. If
Yeah.
they're excited, if it gives them life and like if it I mean, it makes them happy, so why do I care to prove my point if I think it's gonna work or not, you know?
Yeah, that's silly.
Yeah, so don't be a
Yeah,
popper.
don't be judgy.
Don't be judgy, but just if you can't be a hype girl, at least don't be a popper. That's, like, the
Yeah.
worst. The worst. Don't come at me with your negative vibes. I want no part of it.
What
No
I
part of it.
what I think is crazy too is, like, thinking about this hype girl, we realized that, like, every section of life is literally about hype girls or hype men, whatever. Like, if you're a coach, you're a hype girl. The owner of a company, the boss, whatever, you're a hype girl. There's just people behind the scenes of everything. Like, it is everywhere. It's just, like, we're unaware of it.
Yeah.
If you're a
Yeah.
teacher, you're a hype person. You're helping grow these children into being something positive and kind. It's just like this hype can be in so many places. And so you probably are a hype girl. You don't even know it, but
Yeah.
just be better. Do more.
Just water it. Water
Yeah.
it, feed it, let it grow.
Let it grow. Be a hype
Yeah,
plant.
be the ultimate like, I mean, at the end of the day, the most simplest form of being a hype girl is allowing people to believe in themselves. And what is so bad about that, you know?
It hurts you not at all.
Exactly. We all have a dream. We all have desires. We all have passions. What makes us happy? I mean, the least we can do to coexist on this world is just nourish that. Be like, yeah, you got this. You got this. Why wouldn't it be possible for you? If it's possible for them, it's possible for you, and just constantly inspire people.
Words are so simple and
Uh,
so few. You don't even have to say that much, to be a hype person. So,
yeah. Well, I don't know. We kind of made up our own little quote this time
yeah,
to go
we
around
did
with it.
today.
And we looked it up and apparently it does not exist. I couldn't find it anywhere. Could you?
Mm-mm.
No.
I mean, maybe it is, so
So
sorry if you said it first,
maybe, but
but
I mean, this is an official keep it good quote. So, yeah, in a world full of haters, be a hype girl.
Yes.
I
Yes,
love it. And I love hanging out with you, Em. You are my ultimate hype girl.
back at ya.
So, get out there this week, guys, and just boost everyone that you can. Make it a competition. Like, but don't put out the false, the disingenuous ones. Like, be
Mhm.
honest, If you're not feeling it, just keep it to yourself and like whatever, move along. But if you see something you like or you see something that inspires you, tell them. Tell them. Boost their confidence. Make them believe in themselves a little bit more than they did yesterday.
Love it.
So, we hope you have a good week. And as always, keep it good.